Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what's been happening in this week in cryptocurrency. We're going to be taking a look at all of the news, and then we're going to be having a look at a few charts. We're going to take a look at a couple of specific cryptocurrencies, namely Chainlink, Ethereum, Vechain, and more. Of course, if you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. It would be much appreciated and it would help us get up to 1,000 subscribers. Also, remember, nothing in this video is financial advice and you should always do your own research. Now, the first big bit of news that has actually been happening in the crypto markets recently is there has been a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So, sentiment in the cryptoverse has been really bad. A lot of news articles have been coming out telling you that Bitcoin is going to zero. A lot of people are saying that the crypto crash is here and it's really all over for cryptocurrencies. As you can see, there's just tons of news headlines and it's really showing a lot of extreme fear in the cryptocurrency market. Jim Cramer even said that he sold almost all of his Bitcoin, meaning he effectively paper-handed Bitcoin at the lows. However, this really isn't that surprising for people like Jim Cramer. I do find this very interesting, as when Bitcoin is going high and it's above 60k, above 70k, all of the altcoins are going even higher, Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin as usual, everyone loves cryptocurrency, the sentiment is great and the future is bright. However, when cryptocurrency goes down, it seems that, well, everyone hates cryptocurrency, it's going to zero, and suddenly the technology has all changed. Of course, if you just focus on the fundamentals of your cryptocurrencies like Ethereum that are your favorites, well, none of this really worries you too much, especially if you're just dollar cost averaging over time like I am. So, my opinion on the FUD is basically I'm not worrying about it too much. Of course, on this channel I like to cover the sentiment, the FUD, and the trading. However, I also do like to cover the long-term fundamentals and do very informational videos that can benefit you with cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum and more. So overall, I'm not too fazed by the FUD right now, but it is interesting to see what happens when cryptocurrency goes down. Now, another big bit of news is China has effectively banned Bitcoin for a lot of Bitcoin miners. Now, a lot of people think that this is actually very bad for Bitcoin. However, China's ban on Bitcoin mining is very good for Bitcoin. One common critique of Bitcoin is that, well, Bitcoin mining is a little bit too centralized. There's too many Bitcoin miners all in China, and this means too much of the hash rate comes from China. Well, if China banned those miners need to find new spots to mine. So a lot of new countries are saying, come to us, China, we're going to help you. Miami is a city, and for one, Miami is saying we want Bitcoin miners from China, and we'll subsidize these Bitcoin miners and help them out. So this is very interesting, and all this should do is it should mean that it's less centralized Bitcoin mining and less Bitcoin miners are located in China. In fact, they'll be dispersed all around the world. Of course, in the short term, this causes a drop in Bitcoin's hash rate. However, in the long term, this should lead to less centralization, and a lot of people are saying this is actually the most bullish news for Bitcoin this year. So I'm very glad about this ban for China. Now, another big thing that a lot of people are talking about is stablecoins. A lot of people are starting to come out and say, hold up, stablecoins might not be as good as they are. Stablecoins like Tether, a lot of people are saying Tether is not fully collateralized, backed one-to-one. What this could mean is a bank run could happen where everyone tries and withdraws their Tether. However, since it's not backed one-to-one, Tether could depeg from the dollar, crash, and if Tether crashed, well, crypto is going to be crashing. So a lot of people are concerned about stablecoins right now. I actually don't know enough about stablecoins and I'm probably not really qualified to speak on it. However, this is one thing I'm going to be researching into a bit more myself. Personally, for cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, I don't believe stablecoins change the long-term fundamentals at all. I still think they're going to do just fine in the future, even if stablecoins don't work out or without stablecoins. However, this definitely will lead to a short-term crash if something bad happened to a big stablecoin like Tether. So if we take a look at what cryptocurrency is doing right now, it is more or less trading sideways once again. We've been covering this for 3 weeks now, and every single week I've said I predict Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are going to trade sideways for a period of 6 months. As we can see, Bitcoin is doing absolutely nothing different. If we look at some bigger candles on a macroeconomic time frame, we can see that Bitcoin has essentially been trading sideways for around 40 days, 35 days right now. It continues to do so. Sure, it looks like we're a little bit on the lower end of sideways trading right now. However, I just expect it to keep bouncing around in the exact same range that it has always been bouncing around in. Nothing different, and we'll see what happens. So, when Bitcoin drops like this, we do tend to see Bitcoin dominance come up. This is because when Bitcoin pumps, the more volatile, smaller altcoins tend to go up even more than Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin dumps, they tend to drop more. This is simply just because of the amount of money in the game. Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency, which means there is a lot of money in it. Now, when there's a lot of money, it takes a lot of money to move it, meaning it's less volatile than the other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, on the other hand, even though I think Ethereum is way more fundamentally strong, there is less money in Ethereum, which means it should be more volatile overall. That's just simply how every single market on the planet works. Overall, I think cryptocurrencies like Ethereum are fundamentally stronger than Bitcoin, and they are one day, Ethereum, Chainlink, and others will one day overtake Bitcoin, so I do expect this downwards trend for Bitcoin dominance to continue once again, especially when the bull market kicks off. So, let's take a look at a couple of specific cryptocurrencies right now. Ethereum is still doing pretty well. It has recently dropped below its bull market support band, which is a bit of concern. However, it does still have a couple of days to rally back up above it, and this is possible. We will just have to wait and see what happens. So, Ethereum is currently testing this bull market support band right now, and not too much has happened since my last update. Let's take a look at Chainlink. So, I've speculated that I think Chainlink is going to keep trading sideways and just keep doing what it's already been doing. Now, Chainlink has actually been quite bearish so far. Chainlink has dropped a lot more than a lot of the other cryptocurrencies, and Chainlink is currently at $16 per link. This is a huge drop off from where it's previously been. It's been one of the hardest hit cryptocurrencies. I've already said, I'm honestly not sure why this is happening to Chainlink, as I do believe Chainlink is the most fundamentally strong cryptocurrency in the crypto space apart from Ethereum. Chainlink is really needed, and I can't see Chainlink going much lower. Of course, it could go lower, I just can't see it myself. Regardless, I'm happy to pick up Chainlink all the time right where it is right now. I'm not too worried, I just continue to dollar cost average into the market. You probably don't want to be over-invested in something like Chainlink unless you really believe in it, as it is very volatile. If you really believe in this cryptocurrency and you want to overinvest, that's fine, but you should know that it's going to be very volatile. So it's definitely one that is very good for the long term. However, I certainly would be cautious about Chainlink, not financial advice. So Chainlink just seems to be on its general trend. It'll be interesting to see, however, if Chainlink can continue this general uptrend that I've drawn here. I do think it's probably going to trade sideways a little bit more and then eventually go up. However, only time will tell with Chainlink. Definitely Chainlink is one to look out for, and it's one of my favorite cryptocurrencies. If you follow the channel, you've probably seen a lot of Chainlink videos. So, let's get into the next cryptocurrency that I like to take a look at, and this is called Vechain. Now, Vechain is a cryptocurrency that I do actually want to hold for the long term. I've been thinking about what coins do I actually want to keep for the long term after this bull market's over and hold for 10 plus years. In fact, hopefully hold forever. Ethereum is definitely at the top of that list, Chainlink is definitely second on that list, Cardano is definitely third on that list, and I'm thinking maybe Vechain fits into this list. This is because Vechain is an absolute mammoth of a cryptocurrency. It has so many partnerships with huge companies, and its utility is insane. It's used for supply chain management and verification, and it's used by the Chinese government, Louis Vuitton, BMW, and more. However, Vechain is inherently quite volatile. It sits at a market capitalization of around 5 billion, and as we can see, we have broken below decisively the bull market support band. Earlier this week, I made a video saying, will Vechain break below the bull market support band? I'm not sure, it's testing it right now. However, Bitcoin dumped again, and as we can see, Vechain dumped with it. Vechain is currently sitting at 7 cents right now, and I think the potential bottom for Vechain is around the 2-cent mark. I know this seems very, very scary, but remember, 2 cents for Vechain is a multi-billion-dollar market cap, as there are 70 billion coins circulating. I do believe, however, we're going to continue what we've always done, and once again an uptrend will resume for Vechain. However, only time will tell, and Vechain currently seems to be doing what most other cryptocurrencies are doing, and this is just moving a little bit bigger than Bitcoin to the downside when Bitcoin drops, or moving a little bit more than Bitcoin to the upside when Bitcoin pumps. So overall, the market cycle trend continues. It does seem like Bitcoin is right on track right now, and it's pulled back a little bit, but if we compare it to the other cycles, it doesn't actually look too much bad. I think a lot of the FUD is a little bit overblown, and I'm honestly not too worried for the long term. Now, I do think right now the market is quite controlled by Bitcoin. When Bitcoin pumps, everything else does. When Bitcoin dumps, everything else also does. However, cryptocurrencies like Ethereum don't need to be controlled by Bitcoin. In fact, Ethereum bears nearly no relationship to Bitcoin whatsoever. The markets are just a product of sentiment. Sometimes companies in the stock market can be doing very, very well when the March crash happens, and they can have a very bright future. However, they drop 50% because why? The market is crashing and bigger players control it. Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, they control the tech stocks in the market. When they pump, the smaller tech stocks also do. They bear no relation to each other. I do believe over time, once Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin and Ethereum continues going stronger into the future, well, Ethereum will be less and less related. We have already seen that in the past year or so, Ethereum has become a bit less related to Bitcoin, and it seems to be depegging from Bitcoin a little bit. So I am very bullish, and I do believe if Bitcoin crashes even further and goes down, well, I do think there's a potential that Ethereum will actually go up. It's a completely different cryptocurrency, and it will have completely different news surrounding it, so I do think they are eventually going to depeg. However, despite this, I do think the market cycle is right on track. We're doing what we've always done, and I am very hopeful for the next year or so. I just think we're going to have a lot of sideways trading, and if I were buying into cryptocurrency right now, which I am, I'm definitely not expecting gains in the next couple of weeks. The Ethereum I'm about to buy on Monday, I'm not expecting it to go up by next week. I don't really care. I'm just going to keep buying Ethereum, Chainlink, and others every single Monday because that's what I do. I dollar cost average in over time, and it's a lot easier and takes a lot less effort. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going for 1,000 subscribers, so it would be much appreciated. If you've made it this far through the video, feel free to comment in the comment section below saying you've made it this far. That would be much appreciated, and thanks for watching the video.